So we're going live. So the question is on Fun Friday, what city is that?
Wow.
Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes.
All right,
Colorado?
Catherine.
I'm guessing Salt Lake.
Ain't no need to guess. You practically live there, right? You live just south of there. Yeah, Salt Lake City, where I lived for a couple of years. So, in fact, that's me right on top of the mountain right there. Good to see everybody. I'm not in Salt Lake City right now. I'm in Tampa Bay. So let me go ahead and stop sharing that screen. But you ever notice like the like news, TV news, they always got like this background and they're just sitting in front of a green screen. Sometimes they're, it's like people moving around on the street behind them or waving signs behind them or whatever they're doing. But yeah, so welcome back to reality, everyone. John Lavinia here. Fun Friday, Good Friday, April 15th. Yeah, so there you go. Happy Passover to everyone here who celebrates that and every other holiday. We've got a bunch of holidays converging on us here. This is the last time I'm going to see you before Easter. So those of you celebrating Easter, happy Easter to you. We got a light crowd here today. So how about that? How about that? We've got, well, it's Fun Friday, so somebody's got to tell a joke. And if you got any dogs or cats you want to show off, or frogs or hamsters or anything, bring them out. Bring them out. It's fun.
Okay.
Who's got something for me?
I got you.
Lynn, come on down.
I do. I mean, it's not mine. It's by Ogden Nash. It's called The Wendigo. You may know it. I don't know, but I love it. The Wendigo. I saw it just a friend ago. Last night it lurked in Canada. Tonight, John Lavinia's back veranda. John is lolling hammock-wise. It contemplates him stomach-wise. He lolls, it lollops. The rest is merely gulps and gollops. For you.
Wow, there's that. Impromptu poetry. Let's get Shannon out here with that cat. Shannon Lewis, make some noise.
This is not a cat.
Oh, never mind.
This is Taz. He's a Yorkie Pomeranian mix that I rescued. And then here's Steven. He's my lab Great Dane mix. Can you see him?
Oh, what a cutie.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
I have a cat somewhere named Kitty Cat, but I don't know where she's at.
Thank you. All I could saw, it was this big on my screen and it looked the size of a cat. I was thinking, oh, cat. No,
He's
not
really
cat.
little.
Yeah. Good times. Thank you, Shannon. Glad you're here. I saw somebody else's cat, Catherine. She's got a cat. I don't know if that cat just ran across your desk or whatever, but
Yeah, he ran away again.
there you
The other,
go.
he's the other, so.
Good to see you, Catherine. Anybody else? Jokes, dogs?
Joke.
Anything? Shaquille?
I have a joke.
Oh, you got a joke? Who's that? Who said that?
My name's Jay.
Jay, come on out, Jay.
So somebody asked me if I ever wake up grumpy in the morning, and I said, oh, God, no, I never do that. I just let her sleep.
Well done. Rated G as well. Well done, Jay. Thank you so much, sir. All right, Shaq, come on. I can't see you. I can't hear you. I see a virtual hand.
I don't know if we need my joke anymore now that Jay came through and saved the day. That was a pretty good one. But here's mine, all right? Where exactly did Gordon Ramsay learn to make his signature banana split?
Where?
He learned it at Sunday school. Ice cream Sunday.
I get it. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Hey, Diana, who's with you over there?
Oh, that was one of my dogs.
Well, let's see her.
I just wanted, I gave her a haircut, and she has a little saber tooth right here.
Oh, I gotta see this. Where?
Oh, okay, let me get her again. Kyra, come on. Come here. Come here. So, because she's missing a lot of teeth, and oh, she doesn't have it up today. Usually, her saber tooth, like, come here, baby. Well, she's not, of course, not doing it today.
Yeah, right.
She when she closes her mouth right here, she has this little saber tooth that pushes up, and
Yeah.
she keeps it there. But she's not going to show it to us today.
That's okay. She's a cutie. Glad to meet her. That's awesome. I got a Chihuahua with a pretty significant underbite. He's Chihuahua, maybe Dachshund mix. We're not sure, but rescue dogs. All our dogs have been rescue dogs.
Yeah.
And sometimes his lip will get stuck and he'll just have a little bit of teeth going up there like that. So good times. Thank you, Diana.
I have a joke for you.
Oh, good.
Okay. A family of tomatoes went walking, a mother, a father, and a child. And the child was falling behind. So the dad went up and stepped on him and said, "Catch up." Oh, come on, gotta. You guys get it? Tomato.
I got it. Yeah. I heard that joke on, what was the movie?
Oh yeah, that was it. There was a movie on it. I don't know.
Pulp Fiction. Yep. That was it.
Yeah.
It was Uma Thurman had to tell that
That's right.
joke. Yeah.
That's right.
Classic movie, not for children. Not for children. Okay. So yeah, don't bring out the GIMP or anything right now. So all right, good times, Diana. All right. Krista Ann, I see you were guessing Denver. You know, what's interesting is a lot of times people think of, the Rocky Mountains, they think of Denver, Rocky Mountains. Actually, when you're in Denver, and some of you know this because you've lived there, but the mountains are like way west, right? Denver's kind of on the plains. Denver's like on the edge of the Great Plains. And then there's, the Rockies you can see in the distance. And of course you can drive into them and go to Breckenridge and Aspen and all that. Been there many times. But Salt Lake City, the city is right there at the base of the Wasatch Range, which is part of the Rockies. Okay. But that's the Wasatch Mountain Range, which, so I've been told, has a significant fault, like an earthquake fault, like right at the base of that mountain range. So not like, the San Andreas fault in Los Angeles moves a little bit here and there, you get some rumbling, whatever. Supposedly that fault is significant and hasn't moved in a long time. But if it did, well, we'll see. Anyway, hopefully we don't see. Anyway, love you guys. Glad you're here. A couple things I guess we'll cover today because it's a very light crowd. It's Good Friday. And one thing is housekeeping. I want you guys to know that I am not going to be here with you from the 24th through that whole week. All right. So Monday, the 25th through Friday, the 29th, I am out of communication. I just discovered that I'm going to be, the location I'm going to be in doesn't have Wi-Fi, may have cell phone service, right? So I'm going to be like out in the wilds in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. So there's that. So we're going to have maybe some guest hosting going on, or I'll be assigning hosts from this group right here. So if you guys are interested enough to show up here on Good Friday, then yeah, maybe you need to be hosting this. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll figure something out. Hey, Jay, come on out again. You got your hand up, my friend. Come on out, Jay.
Yeah, there was an earthquake not too long ago here. I'm in California, and God said it was my fault.
Oh, okay. Got it. Another joke from Jay. Thank you, sir. Good times. All right. So there's the housekeeping. What else? What else can I tell you as far as operations? No, that's pretty much it. I want to welcome our new members. As you guys know, we keep expanding. We keep having lots of people getting going here and getting into e-commerce, which I think is wonderful. One of the things that I've made, hopefully made apparent to you again and again, is that this community is a big part of your experience, right? So whereas you've got things that you're learning, which you can learn right off a computer and the video and all that, the value of coaching and mentorship, and not to mention the community itself, right, is, I think, a lot of times not expected when people get started. They think, well, I'm just, getting a course and whatever. That's nice. Okay, good. Learn some stuff. But what keeps people going and what helps people get going and finding their way is not a solo act. This is what I've noticed for myself, having been involved in lots of different business ventures and things where, as we've discussed before on these calls, where I've tried to go it alone, right, and which can be daunting. But when I surrounded myself with coaches, mentors, people who were further down the path than me, I got to not only go faster, but I also got to correct and in some cases avoid mistakes, right? So that's a wonderful, time saver, right? Is to be able to learn from others' mistakes, that's really good. So keeping in mind, the fact that you're all showing up here voluntarily, right? This is just part of, something that you could choose to do to charge your own batteries and to get things going. I would encourage you all to not neglect that, or not take that for granted. I've got as I mentioned several times, I've got a group that I meet with. We do masterminding, and we have people in a variety of different businesses, but all with a common mindset of personal advancement and advancement for the groups that we work within, right? We've got business organizations and in some cases employees and people that depend on us, and we're about advancement. And one of the things that I have found is that anytime you can immerse yourself in an environment where the success you seek is a reality, that is the fastest accelerator of all. So I guess to keep it light today, because intimate crowd and people getting ready for weekend festivities and what have you, I want you to think about that. Who are you connecting with on a consistent basis, right? And who are you choosing to surround yourself? What environments are you placing yourself in or finding yourself in? Now, this is especially important if you have an environment which is not as supportive as you would like it to be. Let's say, for example, I'm just throwing this out there, I'm not pointing the finger at anybody, but I know for a fact there are some married couples where one spouse is antagonistic towards the other about, nobody makes money in those kind of businesses. Why don't you get a job? Bah, bah, bah. Okay, some of you may have heard this sort of a thing. It would be really good to counter that while you're proving them wrong. Okay, but it would be really good to counter that with, supportive people who are sympathetic with your purposes. And by sympathy, I don't mean, oh, I feel sorry for you. Here's my sympathy. I mean sympathetic in terms of like harmonious, frequencies, right? Shaquille, I'm sure, could talk to you more about this. But on that same wavelength. Really what this comes down to is, for me, is about being more often than not in a state of advancement and knowing that I am. So this is something I was listening to just this morning when I was pumping iron, because my pythons are sick. If you missed that joke, tune into yesterday's replay. But when I was in the gym today, I was listening to some ideas about the advancing man or woman, right? So here's energy, okay? And it just is, okay? And it's forever moving into different forms. And so nothing rests, okay? And I'm not going to get into like laws of the universe and, transmutation and all this, but you've got, all right, here's the energy that already is, can't be created or destroyed, is the cause and effect of itself. So then you have, here's Lynn, okay? And Lynn is an individualization of that, and she is going and she's creating stuff. Well, fantastic, right? So we're working with the law and we're advancing in life, we're creating stuff. But what if, for whatever reasons, okay, Lynn didn't create? Thanks for letting me lean on you a little bit, Lynn. Okay, well, what do we know? Is that when the tree stops growing, it starts dying, right? It's either expanding or contracting. So there's an upward spiral or a downward spiral. Same energy, can't be created or destroyed, okay? But it's moving either lifeward or deathward. Now, the natural tendency of everything is lifeward. right? So back to the idea of environment. Anytime we can put ourselves in an environment that is about advancement, moving lifeward, in other words, then we've got a better shot at actually advancing, which is what you all want to do, right? I mean, you want to make money and be in a successful business and feel good about it, right? Well, welcome to the group, right? That's what we're about here, in no uncertain terms, okay? So with that in mind, right, what people are you communicating with? Because you're not doing this alone, right? A lot of stuff you'll do in a solitary way, and solopreneurship and whatever. But like we've got people here who have become great friends, right? Who at this point, with or without e-commerce, right? This is like your extended family, especially in the age of COVID and people no longer like displaced from their other work that they were doing, where they would show up physically at the place, right? So there's been a lot of transition going on. The point is that the transition could be lifeward or it could be in the other direction. We want to ensure that we're going in the right direction here on the correct vector. Okay, so how do you do that? How do you stack the deck in your favor? You surround yourself with people who are also on purpose about advancement and stuff like that, right? A couple of you here, I will tell you that with or without this platform, this the e-commerce and the course material and whatever, I've become very, very fond of, right? People like Catherine, who just was on screen just a moment ago, and others, some people that you're just meeting here now, right? I put, you guys know I have a dossier on each of you. Did you know that? Did you know that? I do. Like when you get started in Low Hanging System and you fill out your student profile, you know who gets that? Right? Why? Because I'm interested, damn it. I'm interested in you. Okay. So like I know Shaquille. I know that guy. I know a lot about Shaquille. Right? That's right. I know stuff about, I'm learning about a bunch of you here, right? There's Shannon, there's Jackie, Diana, right? Allison, Arlene. I know stuff about you, right? So, and I think that's beautiful, right? Because when it really comes down to it, whether we're talking about e-commerce or, the t-shirt that somebody wears, the cup that they got on their desk, whatever, okay, people want to be validated. And so if no one else has validated you today, let me be the first. You're awesome, just by virtue of the fact that you're showing up here. Now, if you're not showing up here, you're seeing this on recording, you're awesome too. I get that we got different time zones and maybe you're at your job or maybe you're in Perth or something and you're asleep right now. Although that's no excuse for Lynn. She's here, so, whatever. I got to give a little extra love to our Aussie friends, right? Because the timing of this particular session is not congenial, but unless you're like a night shift person or whatever, then it's perfect, right? Anyway, I don't have much else to say to you here today. We can keep it kind of tight. Thank you all for sharing your animals and your jokes as well, and maybe you learned a little bit about geography today. If you want to be in the city and right there looking at 13,000-foot mountains, Salt Lake City is the place you want to be. All right. Here comes the hands. Jay Kwaku. What's up, Jay? Let's get you out here. And then I see Diana's got
The Table Mountains in Cape Town, is it? The picture you showed us.
Mm-hmm. What was that?
Is it the Table Mountains in Cape Town?
That was Salt Lake City. That was the Wasatch Range of the Rocky Mountains in the United States. Salt Lake City.
It looks exactly like the Table Mountains in Cape Town, South Africa as well.
Oh,
with all the
wow.
buildings. Yeah.
I've not been to Cape Town. I've been to Port Elizabeth and Johannesburg and that area, but I've never been to Cape Town.
Okay, it's all right. I just wanted to add that.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for that bit of trivia. I'm going to go pull up pictures of Cape Town now. Let's get Diana out here. Diana.
All right. The question I have is I'm trying to get onto Amazon, and I've been trying for about 3 weeks now. And they want an original of my credit card or my bank statement, and I don't get paper copies. So I have to take a screenshot, and they won't accept screenshots. So I can't get on. They keep coming back. Oh, we can't accept this. Can't, or like, you know, they keep coming back telling me that there's an issue. I don't know how to fix that issue because I only get e-statements.
Right. Okay. So interesting that a strictly online company would be asking for a piece of paper. That's
Well,
okay.
they said they'll accept photos, but not screenshots. But I don't know.
Oh, that's easy then. That's easy. Here's what you do, Diana. You have a
Okay.
printer, right?
Yeah.
Great. Print it and then take a picture of it. And then you can send them a crappy picture and be like, yeah, here's your crappy picture. You know, you barely read it compared to the screenshot, which is perfect. But you know, here's the
Yeah.
picture.
Okay. All right. That's what I will do.
Yeah, do that. Do that. Here you go. I just took a picture of the original. It just came out of my printer. Great. All right. Any other problems we could solve? Shaquille, come on out.
Well, I ain't got no problems, man. But I was
Okay.
gonna try and help Diana because I had a similar issue. But yeah, all I did was go on to, I'm not sure which bank you have, but I have Bank of America. So I just went into my e-statements and then I printed it out. And I think I either showed them on the camera or I printed it out and took a picture and just sent it to them like that. So I'm not sure if that helps. You should be able to access your e-statements and download them from your bank if your bank is worth their salt. But yeah, I kind of wanted to also speak a little bit to the to what John was talking about earlier, at least with the energy part and the frequency, and that you know, us meeting every day kind of is an example of the frequency of our energy within this kind of, I don't want to say frequency again, but you know what I mean, that we're all sort of focused on improving our lives here. And I feel like when we meet each other here, we go on a higher frequency than we would be in normal everyday life, at least with the way our minds are thinking and stuff like that, or people's hearts might, they might be racing as they come onto the meeting or share or whatever. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of echo and agree that this is all good stuff here, and that we end up feeding off of each other and making each other better. All obvious stuff here.
Shaquille,
yeah,
do you
I
know
don't
where
know.
the phrase "worth is salt" comes from?
Comes from McDonald's.
No, not McDonald's. Salt used to be used as money. That's where the word salary comes from, right? Salary, salt, salinity, right? So salt was money. Is he worth his salt? Is he worth what you're paying him?
I always figured, hey, John always teaching a lesson here. I always, figured that it was like if you're worth the salt that you sweat or something like that.
Okay.
Because humans can be pretty salty creatures naturally. We need
Captain
sodium.
Salty.
Yes, sir. But hold up, John, I had a question.
Yeah.
Was it you who said that the word decision or decisiveness means to cut off from all other options?
Mm-hmm.
Was that you, or was that someone else who said that?
Well, I mean, I didn't, originate the dictionary, but the etymology and derivation of decision is decidere, from Latin, to cut off from.
Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to use that in a video that I'm about to make. So I appreciate you, John. I'll shout you out.
Awesome. Yeah, give me a shout out, damn it. All right, give me some love. Give me some love.
You got it, man.
All right, let's go to, thank you, brother. Let's go to Arlene and then Alec. Hey, Arlene.
Hi there. You know, it's been a real journey for me being in this program. I'm really grateful for it because it's changing me. I'm sometimes very busy with work, but the thing is, listening to you guys makes me feel like a human being because we have all different agendas and we have to still focus on what we need to do. And I do have attention deficit disorder, so I'm always busy, you know, and I could multitask very easily. But I also like listening to different, how could you say it, people that think differently. Like I got into Gaia. I don't know if you've heard of the Gaia from YouTube. And it's really quite interesting because my mother was like that. She would always venture into different things. If this didn't work, she was going to try something else. And if it meant going the other way. And some people are too straight to believe that or to see it. But we got, you know, I think differently that way. So anyway, I got into this Gaia and I'm listening to this person and his name is Matthias de Stefano. And he actually he said he was born to see where we really came from in this world. And it's been like millions of years ago. I mean, that sounds kind of silly, but from what he was saying, he says that we were built on energy, but not only energy, the emotions. So whatever we decide to do with our emotions, we can make it happen. And listening to this guy, I mean, there's a lot to say about it, but, and I can't say it all in this, you know, this session with you guys, but it's amazing what emotions can do. And, you know, when you sometimes think about something, like, for instance, if you're like, for instance, I'm just thinking about how I'm going to, you know, make a dinner for the evening and I plan it all and it becomes alive to me. Or when I'm designing or, you know, a painting or something, I know it in my head what I want to do and my emotions just get crazy and I can make it happen because I see it here. So now I'm making myself look at things differently with this company. And it's making me believe things are happening. I'm not kidding you. I mean, I got a check for no reason for $250. I never go to the casino. I went with this friend of mine. I played just maybe 20 minutes and I won $220. I mean, this sounds kind of crazy, but I put that, you know, I made this dollar thing above the ceiling and I turned it into 1 million. I don't know if that sounds crazy to you guys, but I'm doing it. And it's slowly happening for me because I'm learning the system and I like to learn everything, you know, all the way, but I haven't been paying attention to reading because focusing to read drives me crazy. That's why I'm on Audible, but I'm staying here and I know what I want to do and I'm focusing on that and I'm using my emotion and it will happen. That's all I have to say.
Congratulations, Arlene.
Thank you.
$250 out of the ethers. That's yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, sounds like you've you know, you got your attention on attracting money. So
well, my friends are telling me I'm a money magnet now because not only that, my taxes finally came and I got $4,000 from last year. They said that, you know, I missed one of my W-2 forms, which I did. I had so many jobs working COVID. I was all over in LA, El Centro, near Mexicali. And so I missed one W-2 form and I got in trouble for it. So they weren't going to give me my money back. So I had extra money taken out, like W-2 form, W-4 form. I filled it out so I wouldn't lose money because I'm afraid of the IRS. So what I did was I had to fix it. And I ended up getting 2 weeks ago my $4,000. So I got that. So it's just, you know, I'm really happy about it, but I'm going to keep going this way with my emotions and I'm going to focus on that.
whatever you're doing is working. So do that. Yeah, nothing crazy about it. It's all quite sane, in fact. Yeah. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Arlene. Glad you're
Thank you,
here.
Chris. Me too.
All right,
Me too.
let's wrap up with Alec, and then let's go have an awesome Easter weekend. Hey, Alec.
How are you doing today, sir?
Great.
Well, first off, Arlene, it just mentioned something that's been popping up on my YouTube like every day, several times a day, the whole Gaia. Um, I have been looking to get into that or looking to get more information on that, which you just gave a lot of right now, but that I can completely relate with. Um, I was thinking, well, actually, just this morning when about a comment that Shaq had made about, hey, sometimes things are just they're not as complicated to do. And that came to mind because I started going through my modules today. And I kind of drifted at times, but I kept pushing myself to just like, no, just okay, now you're trying to focus on too much, just focus on this. And a lot of the stuff really was just easier than I expected. I just really needed to go ahead and get my mind focused on that. And then you were talking about the about your surroundings, and I was surrounded by a couple of people yesterday. We had our air conditioner go off. Well, it I don't know what happened with it. It broke, so we were out of AC for a few days. It was working. It was just blowing out hot air, so it really wasn't. And we called a guy yesterday to come check it out, which he came, but just his not to say like I thanked him and everything. He was awesome, but just going back to that environment, of the people, of the surroundings that came with not only his presence, but the friend that I called to get in touch with him. That was it wasn't, I mean, it was good that they came, but it just struck me that, man, am I really gonna go ahead and be surrounding myself with this for the rest of my life? Because this is all nothing but problems, really. So I started to pretty much clean house, and you had mentioned that also. So I started a clean house, and I got rid of a lot of stuff yesterday that I really had it had been, just in my mind that, hey, maybe I'll need this later. And it turned into just me getting rid of everything. I've done that with emails also, just emails that were piling up. You had mentioned one time, not to let your stuff just gather and build up. And so I figured the easiest thing for me to do, instead of going through thousands and thousands of emails, just erase everything and just start over fresh. I mean, that's because I didn't want to go back and just be there like, oh no, do I need this? Do I need that? And then get distracted with the shiny object syndrome. Like, hey, wait a minute, this might be good. So I figured I'd just go ahead and throw everything out. So right now, do still have, some stuff to clean, but right now just cleaning everything is a lot easier. And so yeah, I really did Shaq's comment that he made the other day, maybe things are just not they're easier or something than they seem. Well, yeah, like just going through the modules, because again, this morning I was overwhelming myself with, hey, well, should I work on Amazon? Should I do this? And should I do that? And again, overwhelming myself. But I just started going through the modules, and like some of the stuff was actually just, it's right there. Everything is explained to you, and it really was just easier to understand than I thought it was. It just took some, sitting down and paying attention to some of the stuff.
Good.
So everybody have a fantastic, I forgot what holiday this is.
Well, we've got Passover, Easter.
Easter break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Easter
a-
break. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I know my mom's real big on this day. Good Friday. There we go.
Thank you.
Today, right.
You
Yeah.
too. Yeah, take it easy.
Y'all too.
Good stuff. Thank you, Alec. Glad you're here. Hey,
Yes, sir.
Jay, you've got a question or what's going on, Jay?
Oh, no, nothing. I said, have a good one.
Oh, no, Jay Gacy. Thank you, Jay.
Oh.
Jay Gacy, please. Jay Gacy.
Hi. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay. I've been trying to go through the onboarding video, and it's black with somebody's name on it. And after a few minutes, it will freeze up and I have to start all over again. And that's, it's frustrating.
Uh-oh. All right, we're having a technical difficulty over here. Jay, who's your, do you know who your accountability rep is?
Is it Jason?
Yes, Jason. Do you know how to reach Jason?
Wrote it down somewhere. I'm not real familiar with it.
Okay, well, you're going to get familiar with it. So I can also mention to admin that there's a problem. Hopefully nobody else is having a problem. It's just an isolated thing, but we want to get that handled. So Jay Gacy. All right, I'll get somebody in communication with you. Thank you, Jay.
And one other thing, when the guy is talking, is that Francis? Is that Francis on the onboarding thing?
Francis is one of our staff members. Yeah.
He talks really quickly, and it's a little bit hard to understand, especially when he's using new terminology that I'm not familiar with. So.
Okay. So he's yeah. All right. Let me go ahead and just mention all this. One of the things you just brought up, Jay, is super important, and that is, understanding the words. In fact, I review this with people quite often because assumptions are not profitable for you. So we definitely want to dig into the words, like Shaq before was asking about the word decision, right? Like I dig into, as an author and stuff, I dig into the meanings of words. But this is the number one thing that holds people back, not just here, but like in anything in life, right? If you don't understand the instruction, well, you can't really do it. So I'm going to address that. Thank you, Jay. Glad you're here. Jay just got here too. So
thank you. An example of that is I was listening to somebody talk. He says the most important thing I ever learned in my entire life is that you should always respect the day.
You should always what?
Exactly.
Right.
He mumbles. So it's kind of a joke, but it's kind of
Right.
it happens.
Good demonstration, Jay. Good demo. Thank you. All right. Fun Friday. Let's conclude. Guys, have a great weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday. All right. And get with your accountability reps. Jay, I'm going to have somebody reach out to you. You guys just keep being awesome. All right. We'll see.